Number 15, find the secant of negative 3 pi over 2. So secant and cosine are both even functions, which means that the secant of negative theta is equal to the secant of positive theta. So if I find the secant of positive 3 pi over 2, I should be able to find the secant of negative 3 pi over 2. If I'm looking at secant, I really want to be thinking about cosine. Cosine and secant are reciprocal identities. Negative 3 pi over 2 means we're going around the graph clockwise. So negative pi over 2 is in the bottom, negative pi is to the left, negative 3 pi over 2 is the top. So you can use lots of different things here. You can use quadrantal angles and coterminals. So this is the same thing as finding the secant of positive pi over 2. We can find the cosine of pi over 2. Some of these problems can be really fast. If you know your quadrantals well enough, you know cosine pi over 2 or 3 or pi over 2 is 0. If secant is the reciprocal of cosine, you know it's something over 0, which is undefined. If you don't remember all that, then you got to go back to your basics. Draw your triangle inside quadrant 1, make it a right triangle, label it xy with a hypotenuse of r, and your definition says that cosine theta is equal to x over r. If cosine theta is equal to x over r, that means secant theta, its reciprocal, is equal to r over x. So at negative 3 pi over 2, on a unit circle, that would have the point 0, 1. The r value is the same as the y value. So secant negative 3 pi over 2, the reason it's undefined is because it's going to be equal to the r value, which is 1, over the x value, which is 0, and any number divided by 0 is undefined.